Hello, my name is Darryl Bednarski. My wife Amy and I have been involved in the nutrition industry for about 37 years, and we've learned and gained a lot of information about brain health and how it relates to the development of children. So today we want to talk about how you can help your kids get better brains, which will give you better kids. Healthy brain development is important because the brain is the most demanding organ in the body. In other words, it requires over half of the sugar energy that your body has. Too little glucose causes not enough neurotransmitters to be produced, and communication within the brain breaks down. Your brain is made up of 50% fat, and DHA is the most abundant omega-3 fatty acid in cell membranes in the brain. By the way, DHA is docosahexaenoic acid. Big name for DHA. That's why they have turned it into an acronym. Your brain is not able to store energy. It needs a steady stream of glucose and other nutrients. Hormones such as insulin, ghrelin, are items that affect memory and learning, and these are directly affected by diet and exercise. There are over 1 million neural connections that are created in your child's brain in the first few years of life. That's from birth to age 3. Later on in life, closer to the teen years, the brain begins pruning or eliminating unneeded connections to increase energy and efficiency. Our brain adds neural connections throughout our entire lifetime. In early childhood, it's important that children have strong emotional bonds, which increase their brain development and their cognitive and thinking skills. So the bottom line is that love helps to build brain cells. Now, talking about neurotransmitters, it's important to understand that chemical messengers released by neurons to neurons, in other words, neuron to neuron, actually stimulates brain, gland, and muscle cells, and those travel through the nervous system. There are several classes of different types of neurons, such as amino acids, glutamate, murine, such as dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, endorphins, opiates, purines, such as adenosine triphosphate. That's hard to say. Adenosine triphosphate. So up to 86 of Americans may have suboptimal levels of neurotransmitters. That means that only 14% have optimal or better. Neurotransmitters control our ability to focus, concentrate, and remember. It helps regulate mood, cravings, addictions, sleep, and more. There's other factors that have to do with brain function and development, such as lack of parental connection or affection can cause poor development. Toxic stress can hinder brain development, especially in higher order skills. Prenatal environment affects brain development. Socioeconomic environment affects brain development. Diet affects it. The immune function has to do with brain development. The physical environment, media consumption, in other words, how much media your child is involved in, and of course, physical activity and positive stress. So any child is affected by their environment, the toxic load, the chemicals, the natural contaminants, the amount of stress that they have. They're affected by their nutrition. In other words, healthy cells make healthy cells, and sick cells reproduce sick cells. And it's not SIX, that's SICKS. Sick, or SICKCELLS, sick cells. And of course, overweight children have lower test scores. 20% of our total health picture is attributable to our genetics. And special needs children have higher needs because of increased sensitivity to their environment, their nutrition, and their genetics. So does this sound like your child? Bedwetting, perhaps, persistent colds and flu, inattention, argumentative or spoiled. They're perhaps hyperactive or driven, or maybe they have digestive issues, or maybe they have frequent nightmares, perhaps low self-esteem, fatigue. They have trouble learning. They frequently break out in rashes. They're often lethargic in their behavior. They're perhaps picky eaters, or they have food cravings, or they have high anxiety, or they take unsafe risks. Some of those things can be very dangerous. Now, brain health impacts their behavior, and it affects whether or not they have increased aggression. It affects whether they have inability or inconsistency to listening or obeying. Forgetfulness, perhaps, or fear or anxiety, or if they're overly concerned about details or the order in which things happen, or they have unusual fear, or they have low or little understanding or caring about the consequences of their behavior. Let's talk about children and medication. At least 1 million children under age 5 are on psychotropic drugs. Some estimates say that that statistic is as high as 1%. In other words, almost 275,000 children under 1 year of age are taking some sort of psychotropic drug. Up to 20% of school-age children and teens, it often has a reverse effect. Perhaps it gives them increasing anger or aggression or violence or suicidal tendencies or alienation. So it's important to check the FDA black box warnings on those medications. That is from the website that you see down here at the bottom of the page. Home life, the environment that children have at home. New research shows that negative environments can actually affect brain shape. Positive homes shape brains well. The chemical load, children in more polluted environments are more likely to display autistic symptoms and or have aggressive behavior. The air that they're breathing affects their cognitive function and can affect and decrease their cognitive function by as much as 30%. And of course, the water they drink is important for nutrient distribution and brain function. Then there's other stimuli such as media, a decline in their alpha waves, and their brain goes to sleep. Their body's still awake. So here's some action. An analysis of over 200 studies on exercise shows an increase in cognitive function. Kids learn facts and skills better when they exercise. Overweight children do not perform as well as healthy weight children in academics. Poor nutrition, inactivity, and weight problems cause more school absences than any other physical, psychological, or social problems. Many school and learning problems have simple, natural solutions. So does all this matter? Well, in 1997, Central Alternative High School in Appleton, Wisconsin, replaced standard school lunches with healthy fresh foods and water as a beverage. And the results were grades went up, truancy was no longer a problem, arguments were rare, and teachers were able to teach instead of disciplining students. 5 years later, the results were the same. Schools that focus on nutrition, non-toxic environments, and exercise have very similar results. So are your children feeding your, are you feeding your child's brain? Or are your children feeding your children's brain? Breakfast is a key to school performance. Low protein can decrease test scores by 30%. Only 2% of children eat USDA recommendations of 5 servings of fruit and veggies a day. Yeah, that Sunny D doesn't count. Only 33% of teens consumed 3 sodas a day. Well, I don't understand that one. 33% of teens consume at least 3 sodas a day. Artificial colors, sweeteners, and preservatives can affect behavior and cognitive performance in sensitive children. Now, here's the importance of breakfast. Here's a quote. Our teachers have seen students more alert and engaged in their classroom and less worried about hunger. Academics have improved and behavior problems have gone down, and we feel that breakfast in the classroom is the daily start to that success. That's from Principal April Holder of Wilson Elementary School in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Now let's talk about the difference between synthetics and real food. We want you to meet Scruffy and Fluffy, Fluffy and Scruffy. Fluffy there was fed a diet of real eggs. Scruffy was fed a diet of egg beaters. Now, for your kids, fruit drinks are flavored sugar water. For example, Sunny D. Fruit roll-ups are not fruit. They're more ups, which is sugar. Lunchables are not real cheese. It never, ever spoils. It doesn't rot. Happy Meals don't rot either. You have two brains. We all have two brains. The enteric nervous system is composed of 100 million neurons. And there are 40 neurotransmitters that are made in your small intestine. Your gut makes its own decisions. When you're upset, you get an upset stomach. 95% of your body's serotonin is in your gut. Your gut communicates with your brain. Your gut brain can say no to your big brain. Now, here's some simple steps. We want you to think about switching your kids to whole foods. These can be pre-cooked by you for convenience. We want you to try to reduce or eliminate artificial foods, sweeteners, and additives. We want you to try to pack a lunch for your child and not have school lunch. And we want you to have them drink water and not juice boxes. And get them outside to exercise. Encourage sports, healthy snacks. Encourage a clean, non-toxic environment and reduce their media consumption. And of course, increase family and social connections. So how does the environment affect the brain? Well, here's a school air allergy test. You can see that they're writing before the test, and they're writing during the test, and they're writing after the test. Had to do with stress. Obviously, when they were stressed, their performance diminished. We also like to have you consider having a cleaner environment for your children. We want you to try to use our Get Clean products. The founder of our company developed the very, very first biodegradable cleaning product that we market back in 1955. Yeah, 1955, before anyone else was talking about in the environment and the EPA and cleaner living and biodegradability. Our founder developed this non-toxic biodegradable cleaner. Not only does it help the environment, but it can save you up to $3,000 a year, and it's easy to use, and it's safe for your children. It lowers cancer risk, it lowers asthma risk and the symptoms of asthma, and it's safe for pets also. And kids are able to clean, so you can let them use these products without fear that they're going to get hurt because of the toxicity of them. We also want you to be very careful about how you choose vitamins. We'd like you to make sure that there's no artificial anything, that there's no aspartame, there's no sugar, there's no natural, they are all natural and non-synthetic ingredients, and that they're clinically proven, clinically proven on real people. And they have live enzymes in them. And they have adequate calcium and adequate B vitamins and adequate trace minerals. So why Shaklee products? Well, first of all, they come with a 100% guarantee. They're always safe, they're always green, they're always natural, and they always work. And there's no bisphenol or BPA in any of our bottles, hence in none of our products. So why Shaklee? Well, there's been 83,000 lab tests for quality that were performed just last year on our Shaklee products. There's 176 separate tests that are performed for purity, freshness, potency, and safety on just the raw ingredients in our products. There are as many as 262 separate quality tests throughout the manufacturing process and clinical testing to prove that our products work. The bottom line is that quality determines results. This is the writing of a 10-year-old girl with ADD from Lansing, Michigan. Then the writing of the same girl 1 week after starting on a Shaklee supplement program. That was our protein supplement, our plant-based protein supplement. And I'm going to move that so I can see it better. And our Vital E, which is our multiple vitamin product, and our B-complex vitamin product. Now here's some choices for kids. A Life Shake, which is 16 grams of non-genetically modified and organic soy protein. It improves gut health with 1 billion units of probiotics. It contains omega-3, which is alpha-linoleic acid for brain health. It improves lean muscle, and you can put it in pancakes, oatmeal, or anything for that matter. I mix it in just with a little bit of almond milk in the morning and drink it along with my fruit. It helps improve immunity so that the kids have less sick days. It helps balance blood sugar. It helps increase bone strength. It helps reduce lethargy and aggression. And because it's plant-based and GMO-free, it is beyond organic. It's better than organic. Now here's some information about our product called Incredivites. This is to cover the gap for kids' 23 vitamins and minerals that they usually don't get enough of in their diet. It is sweetened with stevia, mannitol, and xylitol, so there's no sugar and there's no saccharin or any other type of artificial sweeteners in the product, and it's actually good for their teeth. The lactoferrin that is in the product helps improve immunity. There is 600 international units of vitamin D for brain, bone, and immune health. And it has all 8 of the B vitamins for central nervous system development. And of course, there's more calcium for bone health than other famous brands. There are trace minerals for body function. It helps with improved cognition. In other words, skills and facts and remembering where they put their pencil. We also want to tell you about our product called CitraBoost and Liquid and infant and toddler formula vitamins. They are gluten-free, and Ocean Wonders is dairy-free and is kosher rated. Now, feeding your second brain with a product called Optiflora for your gut health. There are 250 million units each of bifidus and acidophilus in that product. And it helps increase your immunity and regulate bowel function, increase nutrient absorption, increase gut health, and it gives you better synthesis of your neurotransmitters. It protects against digestive disorders. And Life Shake includes different probiotic strands than Optiflora, so you get a broader spectrum that way. Now, our B-complex product helps the brain, and it helps the central nervous system, and it helps improve focus. It decreases anxiety. It balances the blood sugar, so we have less moodiness. It helps the immune system. It helps hormonal balance. And these are Shaklee-specific folic acid coating, which increases absorption. In other words, this is a process that no one else has. Now, fish oil. Most people don't think of fish oil as being yummy. This product is. The omega-3s that are in Omega Guard and Mighty Smart help increase intelligence. They help decrease aggression. They help increase concentration. They help decrease anxiety and depression. And they help eliminate allergies, inflammation, and skin disorders. Shaklee uses small fish, and they use a triple molecular distillation process for 0 toxins. There are no toxins in that product. This product is called lecithin, and lecithin is known as brain food because it's from the Greek word likitos for egg yolks. It contains Yeah, that long word. Phosphatidylcholine. Phosphatidylcholine. That's hard to pronounce. Most abundant component of all cells. It helps promote myelin sheath development. It helps support memory. It helps support mood and being studied for cognitive function. It helps your body metabolize fat more efficiently. It's contained in eggs and soy. Now, how about some snack choices? That will keep your blood sugar stable throughout the day, and it will help mood and brain function. Either the Shaklee 180 or meal shake smoothies, our 180 snack bar or snack chips. That doesn't mean we have 180 of them. It means the brand is called 180. And you can mix CitraBoost in applesauce or juice. You can mix our organic greens booster into other products, and each scoop of that product contains the equivalent of 1 cup of greens. And of course, we have our Shaklee fast food meal bars. That's the equivalent. Now, we want to make sure that we have products for special times. We have a product called Stress Relief Complex. And that's to help lower stress for people that have high stress levels. We have Gentle Sleep Complex for better sleep, and we have a product called Mental Acuity that helps support cognitive function and thinking skills. So let's put it all together. We want you to start your child right. We want them to be taking Optiflora to get that good gut bacteria, the Incredivites to make sure that they're getting their omega-3s, to supplement their breakfast with a protein shake, with our Omega Guard product, and perhaps Mighty Smart to give them better function of their brain while they attend school. And for teens, we recommend Vitalizer and Energizing Soy and our B-Complex product. And we also recommend for everyone that they can help make their environment more safe and help developing brains by using Get Clean cleaning products. So we want you to connect with us. We have a Facebook group called NutriSkis. So just look for us on Facebook, NutriSkis, 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 like nutrition and skis. Join our wellness product. All you have to do is type in, wellness. Go to our website, bednarskis.com, and you'll see up in the one upper right corner, click on the wellness project, and it'll coach you on how to join. And of course, our Vitality for Life newsletter comes out once a month. On that same website, bednarskis.com, you can subscribe to our newsletter. Remember, good health is really simple. Switch to Shaklee for safety, purity, and potency. Drink more fresh water. Eat less processed foods. Eat more fruits and vegetables. And exercise. And of course, get more sleep. And have less media in your life. Thanks again for joining our wellness webinar, and we look forward to seeing you on our very next event. Here's to your family and good health. Thanks again. Bye for now.